What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I get my 20,000 steps in. We're gonna talk about the dummy that tried to take out a presidential candidate. His name is Ryan Wesley Routh. I think I got that right. Ryan Wesley Routh. So they revealed a bit of information about him today. He apparently was a big supporter of Vivek, however you pronounce his last name. I never could pronounce that guy's last name. You know, I liked him a lot, but I'm kind of glad that he dropped out of the race because I'm just like, dude, your name's a mess. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. I know that's bad, but that's for real what I was thinking. But he was a sharp guy, but I just don't think he was presidential material. Nikki Haley, he seemed to be a big supporter of her as well. Apparently he was upset about the two of them dropping out of their campaigns. This guy was very critical on Twitter/X of Biden and Trump and of Bruno Mars for whatever reason. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what his hang up with Bruno Mars is. I guess one day somebody will have to ask him, like, bro, what is your deal with Bruno Mars? He was a supporter of Ukraine. He, in 2022, he went over there to Ukraine. I don't know what ended up happening, but he went over there to Ukraine to help with the war efforts. He was saying how he was willing to die for the sake of democracy. He also said that Trump is basically Trump was a threat to democracy. He said that democracy was on the ballot and that we cannot lose that. He was a former construction worker, also from Greensboro, North Carolina. So these are the things that they revealed about him. They said that he really didn't talk at all when they took him into custody. He was very, very quiet, very calm. He really just did not say anything. They said that he never asked, what is this about or whatever, which, I mean, I don't think he would. He knows what this is about, right? You literally took a shot at a presidential candidate, a former president. So, I mean, he know what he did. There's no real reason to ask silly questions like that. But these are the details that have been revealed. I don't know what to make out of this guy. He seems to be a Republican, conservative. So it's very odd that he would, take a shot at Trump. I mean, like him or not, he's still the Republican, candidate. He got the nomination. He's the one that they're riding with. So I don't know. This whole thing with him is just very odd. I don't know if we're ever gonna know what this guy's motivation was. I mean, people have speculated. They say that he was mad at Trump for not fulfilling some promises or something like that. I don't know how true that is. You just don't know what's going on in the head of some of these people, okay? Some of these people are just deeply disturbed, and there's really no figuring out what their deal is. They're just deeply disturbed people that, for whatever reason, decide one day they're gonna do something really fucking stupid. And in this case, the really stupid thing was what he did. He was there for 12 hours, apparently, laying in wait for Trump to come play golf. What I'm curious about, A-OK Cafe. Oh, that's new. Never seen this over here before. A-OK Cafe. But what I'm wondering is, how did he know that he was going to be there? I'm really curious about that, and I wonder if we're ever going to get an answer to that. How did he know? Trump was at, I think they were at hole 5, and they heard pop, 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 pop. This is according to the feds. Now they say he never got a shot off. So I was a bit miffed by that. Like, you heard pop, 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 but you say he never got a shot off at Trump. I don't know how both could be true. What was the popping noises? Was it Secret Service firing at him before, he realized what was going on? The whole Secret Service thing is kind of strange too, because, this group that he has here seemed to be a lot more competent than the group he had when he was doing the one event. I'm just looking around here, making sure I'm walking the right way that I'm trying to get to, y'all. But I'll sit here for a second before I go across the skywalk. When he tried to do the one rally that he did and someone took a shot at him then, that Secret Service group that he had was totally incompetent. They had no business being there. People say that, they had DEI hires and whatnot. And, look, it really seemed like it. You had a woman that looked like she had no business being there. She was out of shape. She ducked behind the president, or the former president, rather. Really, you're a Secret Service agent. Your job is to protect him. You ducked behind the person you were supposed to be protecting. You ducked for cover behind the former president. That is completely unacceptable. The thing is, I understand that not everybody can do a job like that. The job requires you to make the ultimate sacrifice if necessary. And not everybody is able to do that. And I understand that. But if that's not you, you don't take a Secret Service job. You don't take a Secret Service job if you're not prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. It's just like being a police officer. If need be, you are expected to make the ultimate sacrifice, and they sign up for it. So certain jobs you just don't do if that's not you, if you don't have that in you. So it was quite disgraceful. The optics of that, the woman who was there ducking behind him for cover, and then when she got up, she could not holster her firearm. She tried multiple times to holster her firearm and failed to do so, so she just ended up holding it for a bit longer. This was so insane. So I will say that this group that he had with him this time around was far more competent than the last group. But still, you got me wondering how this guy was able to get to where he was and nobody know about this. Now, some have said it's hard to, kind of secure a golf course. And I say BS, because this has never happened before with any other president. There's been no other president in our lifetime that while they were on the golf course, somebody tried to take a shot at them. So it can't be that hard. It can't be that impossible to do, because this hasn't happened before now. And the guy was along the fence. So if you got to have people run around them fences every day right before he comes out to tee off, then you do so. So even though this group was better than the last group, they still aren't up to snuff, in my opinion. This is something that could have and should have been avoided. And, honestly, 2 times is too many. 1 time was too many. How many times are people going to be allowed to take a shot at him before one finally succeeds? Because the Secret Service that he has around them just isn't really that good at securing whatever area that they're supposed to be at. These areas are supposed to be like, they're supposed to be going over with a fine-tooth comb long before he ever gets there. So the fact that somebody was able to be there for 12 hours and lay in wait for him is just unacceptable. They got to really get it together. But that's what we know now about this weirdo. I don't know. he might end up just disappearing. We may never see or hear anything else from him. We may never see any trial or anything following up with this. He may just go away. The guy was all quiet, so we may never know what his true intentions were, who possibly sent him, if somebody did. We just may never know this. This may just all end up getting swept under the rug. Ron DeSantis says that he's going to investigate. I'm looking to see if that actually happens, and if it does happen, what he ends up coming up with. So I'm gonna leave this there, y'all. I appreciate y'all connecting with me. I'm gonna get back to stepping around the mall. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll let y'all. Peace.